and welcome back to Skyblock Survival. Now you'll notice quite a few things are different here. There's no block breaking lag, let me just prove that right now. As such, there's none of that. I have an infinite water pool, the tree's not there anymore, the building has been extended a little bit, our cobblestone generator is finished, all of that kind of stuff. I actually built like this little pod so I can't walk out, but I can still get my stuff when I need it. It's pretty fancy. So, I tried recording yesterday, and I'm actually going to start building the pathway to my tree farm while I talk about this, by the way, guys. So I started recording yesterday, and it just wasn't working, I guess. You know, things were lagging, and as you guys saw in episode 3, you know, we'd missed a block of water, somehow that disappeared, and then we couldn't get an infinite water pool, which would have screwed us over in the long run, and all of this kind of stuff. And it got me thinking, and it's something that had kind of been on my mind, actually, since maybe episode 1. And I was just like, you know what, screw this. The servers right now, at least, in my opinion, they just weren't stable enough. So I downloaded the map. I went, and I will admit, I went into creative just to kind of build up all of my, you know, cobblestone stuff, just to the point where it was. And the extensions that I have done with the cobblestone generator and the kind of building up a little bit more, I have done legit, so don't worry, guys. But I only did that just to get back to the point we were in the series. And now we're completely offline. Now, you may say, well, that kind of screws up the plans you had. Does that? No, no, I think I'll make it bigger. Yeah, I want it a little wider as well. Now, you may say that screws up the plans we had, because eventually we were going to get into the trading aspect and getting guests on and everything. And while it does screw up the trading aspect a little bit, and I will admit that, of course, I am still going to get guests on the series eventually, you know, because I'll just load it onto my own little server and we'll be fine to go. So, I just wanted to address that at the start of the episode, just so you know exactly what's going on, why things might have been a little bit different, all that kind of stuff. Now I need to get some dirtsicles, right? So let's start breaking down on this. Actually, wait, I've got a shovel. What am I doing? So there you go. There's the updates you may or may not have been curious about. Also, I am actually just going to do this, because this is something that I think I've been needing to do. Let me break the dirt around it so we can make use of most of the dirt. And then I'm going to build a little bit here around my cobblestone generator. I need to craft some torches. I made some charcoal earlier from the wood we have left. Everything's also been moved to my house, by the way, so it's all smooth. We have our cobblestone generator working, and we do have an infinite water source, ultimately. So I'm just going to place this around so, you know, we can get this ice melting again, because I don't want to keep breaking it. I set up some cactus. We're all good to go. I think, ultimately, it will just make the series a lot smoother, a lot better, and hopefully a lot more enjoyable for you guys. So, tell me if you agree with the changes. Tell me if you'll miss the multiplayer stuff. Just tell me what you think, pretty much. I would love to hear. And yeah, that's a nice little update for you guys. One thing I have been wondering, and this is something I wasn't too knowledgeable about. Now, we've obviously got all of the dirt here, but after I use this dirt and after I dig it up, is there any other way to make more dirt? I'm not actually sure on that. I would really appreciate your guys' feedback on that, because we may need more for like a tree farm or whatever we want. That was dumb. For a tree farm or, you know, whatever we want. Actually, now that I think about it, I am wasting dirt quite a lot here. I might go and fix this. Hold on, guys. Do I have a... Yes, I do have a way of just digging down there. This is going to waste cobblestone, but I kind of need to right now just so I can fix this up, because I didn't think clearly. Basically, the way I'm going to do it is I'll have cobblestone all around, and then I'll just have little blocks of dirt so that we can conserve more, which kind of goes towards, you know, saving more dirt and all that kind of stuff, whereas with cobblestone, you know, it is just a resource we can keep getting more of. But please tell me, guys, can you, is there a new way, or is there another way in Minecraft to actually generate dirt, kind of like a cobblestone generator? For my knowledge, I don't think there is, but hey, it's always worth asking, right? So, let me do this. See, I'm thinking more on Skyblock Survival now. Oh my god, the amount of comments I got last time. There were 2 comments, guys. We had the infinite water source comment, and I actually didn't forget about the infinite water source, but in my mind, it was, and it probably wasn't the right decision, but in my mind at the time, it was more fruitful to sort out a cobblestone generator first, compared to actually laying it down, which now that I think about it wasn't the best idea, but it's fine, whatever. So, and then, yeah, I was actually going to try and do it that episode, and then I come back, and what do I find? Oh, look, we have a random block of missing water, which was Fantastic. Don't ask me why I'm not using my shovel, because I don't know. I'm just not. I guess I'm conserving it, even though we really don't need to, because we have infinite cobble now. But, yeah, so there was that, which absolutely sucked. And the other one was the sapling comment. And guys, I didn't forget about saplings either, but by that time, I already had 2. And the way I saw it, even if they decayed and we lost some of them, it didn't matter too much, because, you know, we could get more all the time. We could just do this tree farm and get more anyway. So I'm going to, as always, get a bunch more cobblestone, and we'll be right back. We'll try and finish the tree farm today. That is one goal I would like to do. Like, if we can get some trees growing, then we can make, obviously, a lot more wood. And I would ultimately like to fence that area off there, as well as fence this one off. And I don't think I'm going to fence the house off, because it's got walls anyway. You don't really need to. But I would like to fence off the 2 other main areas we've got right now. So, I'm going to go get a bunch of cobblestone, and I will be right back. Alright, this is just a little minor thing, but I just can't emphasize enough how nice it is to not have block lag when you're doing the cobblestone generator. Because that was something on the server. It took me forever to make cobblestone, because, you know, sometimes it would glitch out and go into the lava, sometimes it just wouldn't spawn for a while. It was horrible. So that is easily my favorite thing right now. Anyway, let me actually do this. I didn't plan on making it this way, but I kind of like that it goes down now. Kind of like that. So you know what we could do? Instead of fencing it off, we could actually just do like a little pathway kind of thing. Oh, well, actually, no, I screwed that up. The path isn't wide enough. Hold on. Let's try and fix this up first. So we'd put another one there, and then it would go to there, like that. And then it's just kind of its own little entrance thing. Yeah, I quite like that. And then there's a pathway there, and a pathway there, so we don't fall off. Beautiful. And I'll put that down there too. Okay, so let's get the rest of this filled in. And then we can figure out our dirt, place them down, and get going. Now, actually, there is now this I'm not 100% sure on. This is kind of the update episode in which we just learn about all the mistakes we made, all the ways we're fixing them, and just what's different in single player. A lot of you guys said, I think I asked in, like, episode 2, I was kind of surprised that I didn't see any monsters. And I asked in episode 2, what's going on with kind of monster spawning? Because, you know, I was playing on the server and I wasn't quite sure. And a lot of you guys said that on those servers, actually, monsters didn't spawn. And I have reason to believe that. Like, I kind of felt like that was true, because I hadn't genuinely seen any. So, if that was true, which, as I said, again, I'm not, like, 100% sure on, you guys feel free to, again, correct me in the comments. Like, I totally get that, that's cool. But if that is true, that would have made getting bone meal and stuff like that a lot harder, because I'd guess we'd have to wait until... Well, I know, I guess, I mean, if we were to make a mob grinder, it still wouldn't work, because they wouldn't spawn, right? So there is that aspect, which is, I guess, almost vital for single player. So that right there is very, very nice. Anyway, let's get our saplings. Luckily, this time around, I have 3, and I do have a bone, which I am going to use now to get some bone meal. So that's 3 right there. Hopefully these grow each time. There is one... Well, actually, no, you know what? We can use bone meal more efficiently. So I'm not going to use it right now. I'm going to store it away. That's all I would have used the bone for anyway. So, of course. So I'm glad I transferred it into bone meal now. But I think I'm going to leave it. I don't think it's worth our time wasting it on that. We can just wait for the sunlight to grow. Because I know that there is enough space there for at least 3 trees to grow. So that should be equal spaces. Oh, no, I think I screwed up there on one of them. Oh, well, it's fine. It doesn't matter. That would just aesthetically annoy me, but I'll wait for those to grow until I replace that. So, guys, I'm going to finish the episode off here. Sorry this was kind of short, but I got everything I needed to get done, and everything I needed to say. So, that's pretty good. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, guys, and the fact that it is now on single player. Again, it was kind of a misjudgment of mine, I guess, to run it on multiplayer. It will run a lot smoothly now. Stereotypical Asian accent. Oh, Jesus, what am I doing? So, God, I just need to be more sensitive. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Skyblock Survival. I hope that has calmed down a lot of your pet peeves about the series, and quite rightly, they were there. Hopefully it's calmed those down. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this series a lot more now that I've fixed everything up and it's all running smoothly. So, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy it. And until next time, I will see you laters.